All right, so we're live. Kevin, what is up today? We got the LA Dodgers hat on, and I know you're excited to talk about that. I'm going to give you a couple minutes here to flex that hat. Flex, obviously, that your city is crushing it this year in sports. And they're not giving any of the Florida teams a chance at all to win. So, what's going on with that? Tell people how your week was. Let's start off with that, and then we'll jump into all the exciting banter and excitement that we have going on this week right now in the sport of retail arbitrage and reselling. We'll talk about that here shortly, but tell us about your week. You got fantasy week for any sports fan. What happened?
I know it's crazy. I mean, it's been since 2 weeks since LA last got a championship, and now we have a MLB championship. So gotta love it, right?
Yeah, Kevin, are you sure you're not jumping on bandwagons, buddy? Because your luck is just going to be unreal. I don't know. I don't know. That's
I mean,
odds.
The truth is, the last Dodger championship was in 1988. That was before I was born. So I've been waiting my whole life for this moment.
Wow, that's insane, right? Anybody else out there? Any fans? Make sure you let us know. But looks like Kevin is having the week of his life here. He's got quite a few teams just mopping it up. And you're also mopping it up in what we're about to start talking about, which is reselling and all the excitement going on this week. So if you guys are here watching us live now, just let me know where you're at, what city you're from. Let me know if you've actually gotten, this is absolutely not live, Ecom. If you've actually had a chance to join the Discord group, which incidentally, we are going to put a link below to that Discord group. I will also periodically put it in the comments so you guys can get in on that Discord group. And before we actually start with showing you guys what we managed to cop, I am going to briefly give you guys a tour of the Discord group because there's been a lot of stuff that we've added on there. There's a lot of things coming, and there's things like the leaderboard. So, Kevin, I know that we've had a bunch of people start to interact, and we even got Matesh here from Toronto. So we got a lot of people from a lot of countries starting to jump in. We're trying to expand into other countries, but we got to take it step by step. So what changes that we've made so far in the Discord group this week are you most excited about?
Yeah, I think probably two things. I think the first one was just sort of like a housekeeping thing. We're keeping it a little bit more organized, a little bit tighter. We created some additional channels for, not just flips, but we also have an additional Discord channel for like just personal deals that you might want just for your, just for yourself, right? I think we little preview, we threw on it was a 200, I think it was a 249, it's 249.99 for a 65-inch flat screen TV deal that we sourced. So, and this was just straight from, I think this was from Best Buy. So 65-inch flat screen TV for $250. It's quite a steal.
Yeah, I think I paid about $200 or $400 for my Roku, which is 42 inches. So what does that tell you? I'm a little bit behind, but we'll see. I'm still going to keep it. But we've also got people from all over the world. Like we got people from Germany in here, Toronto, and people from all over the world are asking, like, when are you guys going to expand to different countries? And while I know there is opportunities out there in other countries, the other day I did post the fact that the UK was having a pre-sale for a huge launch that we're going to talk about a little bit later that I'm super fired up about. I know Kevin's fired up about this. And I've already seen a lot of people selling this item for quite a bit of money. So we'll talk more about that later because the UK people, the European people, don't give up. There is some goodies for you out there. So we'll talk about that here shortly. But Kevin, any other exciting things happening over on your end? We got Kevin. What's up, Kevin, in Nebraska? I see you, Kevin. I haven't talked to Kevin in a long time. It seems like I'm surrounded by Kevins.
Anything else? I think, we'll probably get to this a little bit later, but we have an upcoming competition sort of in the Discord group, the leaderboard, in terms of like having an interactive community. We're going to start giving away some good prizes. So like, stay tuned for that, guys.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's actually pull up Discord right now, and I'm going to start sharing my actual screen so you guys can see what I'm so excited about, what Kevin's so excited about, and what we have been talking about that's being built here. And so you guys should be able to see this pretty well now. Should be all black. This is an actual shot of Discord and what we keep talking about, which are all these amazing deals that are popping up on a day-to-day basis. We try to put the best out there. And one thing, as we mentioned, this group right now is free and it is in beta. And once again, I will put the link at the end of this live so you guys can jump into this group. But what's going on is tremendous things. A lot of deals on here. These are deals that you can actually, what's called cop, which means buy them almost instantaneously, have them shipped to your house, and then resell them on your actual platform of choice. Now, those choices are Craigslist, eBay, and Facebook Marketplace, as well as just about any way you can sling these puppies, even Amazon. I know a lot of people that resell this stuff on Amazon, and they're doing exceptionally well. Now, like I said, this group is currently right now in the beta phase, so it is free at the very moment, but it will eventually go to a paid model. I've told that to people. I've been upfront. I've been transparent, about as transparent as I can be. And the honest to God reason is that we have put a lot of effort and energy in the technology that we use to run this. Is it can get cost intense, right? We got a programmer working on everything. We've got a bunch of other things that are coming up. But what Kevin is talking about is right here. There is a channel called Chat, where we all chat. We interact with everybody that's asking questions. As you can see, Kevin and I are pretty often in this actual channel. And the other one is this success channel. You're seeing that people are starting to post that they're making money. People are starting to post the items that they're copying. This is fantastic. Austin got 2 of these, baby. Austin, you're going to make some money. If you're on this live or you're rewatching this live, way to go, buddy. I'm glad you listened to me. Wait till I show you guys how many of these I got a little later on. But everybody that is active in the community is helping others out and that is actually posting their success is going to get a free month on top of the actual beta phase. So they're going to get a free month. And then we're going to create a leaderboard. So if you fall on that leaderboard, guess what happens? You're going to get a free month. So not only are you going to get pretty much a free month, as much work as you do, as much help as you give people, that month entitles you to make profit almost automatically. Look at this. This is amazing. He copped 2 of these TCG Pokemon things. Like, seriously, nice. This is just amazing. And like I said, you've got to really get in here and get some of this stuff. Here's another Snoopy Peanuts, which right now is going for a pretty decent amount, like $100. So people are getting a massive amount of things. So again, like I said before, you guys definitely want to be in here. And again, the best places to look in here for these deals are the flip announcements. Earlier, we had all these NVIDIA cards. We've had a lot of Snoopy DVDs. We had these tennis shoes in the sneakers app, which are already reselling. Kevin, these things are reselling for $648 for most sizes.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and we had these Topps card that Kevin copped today, so we're going to talk a little bit more about those here in a second. We also have personal cops. As Kevin mentioned, you can buy things for your own home, like TVs at just ridiculous prices. You can hang. Obviously, you don't want to sell these, but these you can hang in your own house. And the only reason you don't want to sell them is because they're a bit heavy. Now, if you do find it fine and appealing to peddle really heavy items on Craigslist, then by all means, do it. You can make money. And then we also have collectibles in here. Right here, this is that graphics card that was released today that we will be talking about. We also had Funko Pops here, a statue and or a doll from Disney. All sorts of things popping up here on Walmart, on Target, and on Amazon. And as I said before, we are adding new sites almost every single week as soon as we have some time to actually put those in here. And we're also adding local BrickSeek things, which we're going to talk about what BrickSeek is here a little bit later. But any things that I left off, Kevin, that you wanted to cover that you love about the group or excited about the group or that you just figure are really useful for the people out there?
Yeah, no, I thought that was a great summary. Obviously there's the channels have their own labels, are pretty self-explanatory. One thing I want to also suggest is we have a food deals channel. And a lot of times we'll just post deals about foods, like free stuff you can get, right? So food deals, and it's on the top near, it's right under personal cops and the general announcements. Today, Chipotle, first, I think 50,000 texts, you get a buy one, get one free Chipotle burrito. This is specifically on Halloween though. So just so
to everybody that's on this webinar right now, that is in the USA that likes Chipotle, do this right now so that you can get that code for tomorrow. Tomorrow, you'll get a buy one, get one burrito if you text that number 888-222. Text the words. You forgot the words here, Kevin.
Oh, no. It's right there. It's burrito.
Oh, there it is. Burrito.
Yeah.
Text burrito right here. You have to text this word to 888-222, and you will get a code back from Chipotle, which you can use tomorrow, right? It's tomorrow Halloween? No, the 31st.
I think it's Saturday. Yeah, that Saturday.
I'm lined up because I paid for this one right here, but I'm ready to go because I could eat Chipotle every single day. So God knows how fired up I am for the Chipotle. So, all right, that's fantastic. So we kind of gave a rundown of what's going on here. Now, one more thing before I jump back into the regular screen and I see who else has joined us here that I want you guys to be very aware of, because one thing we've seen in the group really often is people getting a little discouraged and they're like, oh, God, I haven't been able to cop anything. As soon as I go and I click on an actual link, everything's sold out. Well, that can be very deceiving. And let me show you guys why. So I'm going to jump into the Amazon retailer channel, which these are the monitors for Amazon. And I'm going to look at one of the most famous products right now, this heater, which we're going to be talking about a lot on this actual seminar. And this heater right now, you'll see that it says currently available. So you will also see that on this heater, it popped up at approximately 3:08 p.m., right? And if you click through it, there is a huge chance that when you click through this onto this heater, it said this, currently unavailable. But there is a slight trick that you can use. Now that trick is this. Just because you click on it, it says currently unavailable. Amazon understands that there's a lot of people trying to cop this or buy this. And as a result, what they basically do is they release this in waves. So what I typically do is I will stay on the page and refresh this for about 3, 4, 5 minutes. And guess what? 9 times out of 10, and I don't want to say that much, we'll say 5 times out of 10, this thing will actually magically reappear and be in stock. And then I will hit buy, 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 and try to get this in the cart, try to get it checked out, and try to make sure that I get it coming to my house. Now, Kevin, have you had similar experience to what I'm describing here?
Yeah, no, absolutely. That's actually a really good tip, especially for beginners, because we see the situation all the time. It says currently available on our Discord bot, and then it'll ping you to the site, and then it'll say unavailable. So I would just say exactly what you do. Just keep refreshing it; it will show up. And again, this is one of the hottest items come winter. This is a killer that we're going to get to a little bit later.
Right. And if it doesn't show up, then move on, right? There's going to be plenty of other deals. This particular heater comes up at least 15, 20 times a day. And as I said, they sometimes release them up. They release them up in waves, and sometimes they don't. You win some and you lose some. That's the name of this actual game. But those that are persistent, those that never give up, and those that keep clicking and refreshing will eventually cop this sucker. So that's one tip that I wanted to give you guys before we jump into the rest of the stuff that we have here, which is our sales of the week. So, Kevin, you want to talk about what you've been selling this week?
Yeah, this week is it's been decent. Nothing insane, nothing super crazy, but again, it's really just consistent profits, right? Sold 2 heaters, sold a webcam, and sold some weights, like right there. That's like it's a couple $300, $400 worth of profit right there. So can't complain.
Which Bowflex and let's take a look at the Bowflex. Which Bowflex? I know you had the last live we did was an entire lesson on Bowflex, but let's remind the people that weren't available on that Bowflex what actual model of Bowflex is that you're having the tremendous amount of success with.
Yeah, that's a great question. So Bowflex 552, it's the pair of adjustable dumbbells. Those are it's that second one right there. Yep.
All right, so remember, guys, Kevin is buying these on Amazon, and he's reselling them primarily on his favorite site, which is Craigslist. How much are you getting these? And, I mean, how much are you selling them for? We know that the price right now on Amazon, I'm assuming it's still $2.99. Could have gone up. But what are you selling this for right now?
Yeah, so right now, I think locally in the Bay Area right now, it's selling for anywhere from, you can definitely get $450, but I would say $500 to $550 is kind of like that sweet spot. Where you're still gonna, it's a good price, good margins, but you're still gonna get a lot of hits if you post that up. So yeah, this item, I think it retails for about $299 or $324, something like that.
Yeah, and I know you're having a tremendous amount of success with these. One other thing that you mentioned that I want to take a look at for sure, because I know you and I were having a conversation earlier, and you mentioned you were selling webcams. Now, are the webcams locally that you're selling on Craigslist, or are they actually on eBay?
Yeah, so they're actually locally. So webcams, it's crazy. Webcams, this is something that we started selling even way back in July, right? Webcams are still hard to get. I mean, if you think about it, shelter in place, kids can't go to school. People are still having to use the, higher end webcams to get an education or to take conference calls, right? So I actually just sell them locally. I'll post them on. You buy them for about $60. Probably could flip them around for 95 to 105. Kind of in that ballpark range. So
which model, Kevin?
Yeah, so I do like a C920X. I don't know if that shows up.
I think I have one here. Let me see. Right here.
Oh yeah, perfect. Yeah, so we always buy Logitech. You can also buy Razer, but Logitech is sort of like the go-to. And you know, even if it's, I don't know if you want to scroll down a little bit. I don't even know if it's in stock on Amazon right now.
It is not.
Yep. Yeah. So it's those are all third-party sellers. So the cool thing about selling these locally is that sometimes people are in a rush and they just really need it in the next couple of days, or they just need it the same day. So if you're able to post that on there and people can do a same-day pickup, you could just meet them up in a safe, reasonable area. You can make a good profit on this. This is what we call lunch money, right?
This is definitely lunch money. And I wasn't aware that you were doing it on Craigslist. I've been putting them on eBay. I haven't had a tremendous amount of luck. I sold a pretty decent amount of first batch that I sent in, but these second batches that I got really haven't done so well. But I'm going to definitely try and Craigslist them. That sounds like a fascinating way to do it. So I've not tried that. I will definitely try it this week.
Yeah, and again, it's like executive. I literally had an executive from, I don't know if you guys heard of the credit card startup Brex, but I had an executive come meet me up because he really needed it. So and he's willing to pay a premium because that's if you really need it, you got to have it.
Yeah, absolutely. I've been actually, and you know this, Kevin, I've been selling nonstop shoes. Like, I mean, a couple pairs a day. The other day it was about 6 pairs of shoes. Now I've been selling them on a couple platforms that not a lot of people talk about, but I did want to make you guys aware that these platforms exist. One of them is StockX. And while StockX it's pretty amazing. Sometimes StockX has a better price than GOAT, which is the second site. And sometimes GOAT has a better price. Now they both have similar fees, but I go for whichever site has a better price. But let me show you a pair of the shoes that I sold this week. And this is why, again, a lot of people always say, Liz, I'm going out and I'm looking for shoes and stuff like that at Marshall's, but people are beating me to them and there's not any good shoes. I was actually telling Kevin this story. I was in an actual Marshall's where I saw 2 other people scanning and they were in the shoe section. I was like, damn, like what's the sense of scanning the shoe section? These guys probably totally took up all the shoes. And this pair I saw, and they had a bunch of 9s, 9.5s, and 10s. And I don't think it's this one. It might be the one next to it over here. I think it's this one, the Royal Tin. And I was like, okay, the prices have gone up dramatically. So right now, the ones that are sitting there are the $44.99 ones. But before, I want to say last week, and I might even still be in the wrong listing. Let's take a look at see if I can actually look at my account here. No, I can't look at it. They were not that high, which means as soon as I get off of this actual webinar, you guys know where I'm running to. No, that's not it. Well, anyways, they were selling at about 89 or 69, and it might be just those smaller sizes. So yeah, so let's take a look at this. These here, now these are 7. I don't know if these are them, Kevin. They don't look like this was what I was looking at. The prices were nowhere near that.
Maybe they've gone up. Huh? Maybe they've gone up in price.
Maybe they have, which is like unreal. So the ones that I saw were the 9.5 and the 10. But I think I had the 7.5, and I sold it for 89. But now this, I think I saw the 7M there. But the problem is that people were looking at the majority shoe, which was the 9 and the 9.5, and these they were like, and the 10s, and they were like, these shoes were $44. So they're like, I would probably make like $10 or so if I sold these. But I went in there, I had a 7.5, and I just priced it at 90, and it sold the next day, which means I made $30. And while a lot of people might scoff at that and say like, $30, that's really like nothing. But the reality is it's something if you sell 6 of those a day. So the moral of the story is don't worry if somebody else is scanning. You make sure you scan through there and scan thoroughly. And if there's no price for one of these and the other ones are selling, the odds are that this will sell for a better price than what these 2 or 3 other ones are at. And the other fantastic thing is I won a pair of Yeezys. So
nice.
That was pretty exciting. I won these Yeezys right here, I believe. I think these are the natural. They're somewhere here. They all look the same to me, but I just know that they'll sell. Yeah, they all look the same to me, but I did win a pair of Yeezys. Anything exciting on your end, Kevin? Let's talk about what we copped.
What we copped, yeah. So, yeah, I alluded to this in the beginning of the conversation. Heaters are the hottest item, this coming winter. I actually bought 9 heaters this past week. So if you go down to my garage, my roommates all hate me because I just have like tons of inventory downstairs.
Man, that's a bad roommate. Let me show you guys what I copped. I'm not copying things as big as Kevin is, but look at all these Snoopy DVDs I got.
Wow. Nice.
I've still got 6 in the mail. So these were available for pickup from Best Buy. So basically I ordered them and I had my assistant Rob go pick them up. And right now these are going from anywhere between $75 to $100, depending on if it's the DVD or the Blu-ray. So right now I've got about 20 of those. Yeah, I got 20. So I'm ready to go with that. Let's see if anybody else, what have you guys been copying? Let's see if we have anybody on here that wants to share what they've actually been copying. A bunch of people from all over the world. We got some New Jersey. StockX has a German website. Fantastic. I would highly recommend that you guys get on that website. There are European shoe drops. And if enough interest pops up at one point or another, we will definitely start to expand into the European market at some point. So that's amazing. I know there's a lot of drops for the UK. They're UK specific, and people get them. There's even like drops that are specifically for Hong Kong and those parts of the world.
Wow, it's crazy.
Yeah. So Kevin, what are the good upcoming things that you're looking forward to this week?
Yeah, upcoming drops. I think a lot of kind of touching on sneakers again. I know you've been having a lot of success with sneakers. Really hyped Jordan 1 Mochas are actually going to be dropping. I think they're dropping tomorrow, actually. Oh, no, they're dropping Saturday.
Saturday, yeah. So you guys need to have an app. You want to tell people about what app they need to get in order to try to get this drop here?
Yeah, so this shoe will actually be on the Nike sneaker app. So if you just go, whether you have an iPhone, Android, just go to the your web app store and just download the free app, sign up, put in an account. And this most likely will drop at 10 a.m. Eastern time, so 7 a.m. Pacific. But this shoe is not only is it going to be on the Nike Sneakers app, it's actually going to be on other foot sites. So think about like Foot Locker, Finish Line, all those websites will actually have this shoe. So this shoe right now, if you look at the prices, I mean, size 11 already goes for $335. If you don't mind toggling to like size 9.5, 9, 10, those are sort of like the bread and butter sizes. Okay, something similar, but I guarantee you this shoe is going to be a classic, right? 10, so you see size 10, 386. This shoe right here. Oh, geez, yeah. This shoe right here is just such a clean colorway. I mean, Jordan 1s are probably the most iconic Jordan shoe ever made. Or iconic Jordan style, right? And this colorway is just super clean. It has a very those of you who follow rap or hype beast fashion sneakers, this shoe is it's kind of like a take on the Travis Scotts, which they sell for thousands of dollars now. So this is a great shoe that I think anyone, if you get lucky, I mean, you should definitely pick this up if you have the opportunity. I see this shoe being like a $500-$600 shoe very easily.
Right. So, yeah, I'm definitely going to try and cop this shoe. I haven't decided how I'm going to try to cop it manually or with a bot of some sort, but more than likely it's looking like I'm going to go for the manual cop. So manual copying, which is me sitting at my computer, typing it and entering my credit card and all that good stuff, is sometimes the way that I roll, and it works out pretty well for me. Like I'm not having any complaints. I've been able to manual copy a ton of things, but there are a lot of people that use bots. But, I'll be honest with you guys. I'm just kind of too lazy to set up the bots that I have right now for this drop. So I'm going to probably be manual copying this thing. So we'll see next week if Kevin or I are lucky enough to grab this puppy. Now, another big cop, Kevin, there's 2 other cops that I want to talk about. One of them, to kind of show everybody all the options that they have, are these NVIDIA, the GeForce 30 series. Now, there's 3 different cards in this 30 series. The first one is the 3090, which is the granddaddy, the big bad mofo of all graphics cards. That thing retails at $1,599. So with tax and everything, you end up paying $1,700. Now, that thing also resells anywhere from locally to $2,100 all the way up to $2,600 on eBay. So that card has also sold as much as $3K. I've copped one of those, and it's currently on its way to me. So we'll see what I end up getting for it. The second part of the 30 series is the 3080, which typically retails for about $799. That thing almost sells for, I haven't actually checked the price on that. Do you know what the price it resells for is?
Yeah, you're talking about the 3070, right?
No, the 3090. I'm 3080.
3080, last I checked, easily $2,000. eBay, you're probably looking at 2.5 to about 3K. So
I think that's the 3090.
Oh, was it? I thought the 3080 was something very similar.
And the 3080 retails for $800. So I'm guessing maybe 11 or 1200.
Yeah, I think that's pretty fair.
Yeah, and this is the 3070, which was just released today. Now, notice that the retail on this is around $500. There's a couple that are $629. These things will easily fetch you $300 on top of whatever you pay. Now, they are available on a couple sites, so I just kind of want to bring this to you guys' attention, just so you know that they're out there, what to be looking for. These sites are Newegg, Best Buy, Amazon, of course, and NVIDIA themselves. So a lot of times, if you get on their list, their wait list, if you're in the group, you'll obviously get an alert. But if you get on their wait list, they'll sometimes email you when they're in stock, and you can go for it that way. But the best way I've found is by being in the Discord group, which again, we will link. You can just pretty much see the alert, jump in there, click on there, and try to add it to cart and check out. As I said before, I have checked out one 3090, and I had the opportunity to check out a bunch, but it's $1,700. So I was kind of like, oh, let me wait till I sell this first one. I got to test it out first, and then I'll go crazy on it. But these are a little bit more reasonably priced, and I know for a fact that they will fetch you at least $300. So these, I'm going to try to get a little aggressive on. If I can cop 3, 4, 5 today or tomorrow, I will go for it. Kevin, how about you? How bullish are you on these guys?
I'm pretty bullish on these guys. I mean, if you think about NVIDIA, this is kind of like the crown jewel of graphics cards, right? So they make some of the best graphics cards out there. I think they're like kind of like the market leader, at least the big commercial market leader. Obviously, there's some like crazy niche ones, right? But if you think about like the buying habits, like who are the most fanatical customers, PC gamers are way up there, right? They spare no expense when it comes to upgrading, having the best graphics cards. So these are a definite cop. I think this is a very safe purchase. Like, you're not going to be losing money on this. You're definitely going to be making money.
Right. I think the other fantastic thing about this is part of that 30 series that is very popular. The other one was 1,600. The mid-level one was like 800 or 900. But now you have these at a much more reasonable price. So all the people that cannot afford those are definitely going to jump in the direction of these. And since these are the last of the series, I think they saved the best for last. By that, I mean, they're not the best capabilities, but they certainly are in the best price range for the typical average consumer. So I think that people are going to want these more than ever, particularly coming into those big holiday season days.
Absolutely. Holiday seasons. That's a great point.
Right. And I saved the best for last. The best for last. I don't have a picture of it up here, but we're just going to type it in. The PS5.
Oh, yeah.
The PS5 is releasing. You'll notice on eBay, you'll get $1,000 guaranteed right now. But it's going to be releasing, again, Best Buy, Amazon, all the big stores, Walmart, Target, all those. And what we will be doing, like I said before, is on that day that it's going to release, we'll have the links for that, as well as we will give you heads up when they go out for sale. And now a lot of these sites like Best Buy, they're very much user-friendly for people that manual cop, which is people like you and I, no bots or anything like that. They make it very difficult for botters. So it makes it a lot easier for somebody to manual cop. So there's a lot of sites out there that can still give you the opportunity to do that. But how stoked are people for this PS5? Like, I don't even play video games, right now at this present time. But God, this PS5 is making me want to dip my toes back into the actual ocean. No,
It's crazy. I mean, yeah, the PS5 is releasing, but it's just not just the actual console. It's the controllers are selling out, the headphones are selling out. It's the hype for PlayStation with a brand new release come Christmas time. It's crazy. There are no words. Like, you're guaranteed $1,000 for resell. I mean, you can even see. I imagine you fetching probably 1,500 is pretty healthy.
Yeah, close to Christmas. I certainly agree with you. I am actually going to hold mine until that point in time and then resell them. I know you got a couple, Kevin, so I know you're probably excited. But here's one of the many accessories that you talked about that is currently available for pre-order. Now, there's no telling what this will end up fetching kind of when it opens up and the PS5 is out. But I would imagine that come towards Christmas when they do run out and some spoiled kid is like, Mom, I want this. That mom's going to go out there and she's going to shell out some bread for these damn headphones.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I didn't even notice that they were compatible for PS4 too. So, I mean, just doubles the pool of potential buyers.
Yeah. So are you copying this, Kevin?
I'm considering it. Right now, I mean, you and I both know we have a lot of money locked up in inventory come Christmas. I mean, I have 3 PS5s on the way. So I think it's if you're looking for, if someone is looking to sort of dip their toes in the reselling game, and you want to sort of capitalize on the gaming hype come Q4, this is the perfect item, right? It's $99. Probably, I would imagine it at least sell for 150, 175.
Yeah, I'm going to try to get as many of these as possible. I'm just going to go crazy on these PS5. So hopefully on the 12th, which is the day that it releases, so November 12th, I'm going to be ready for these. I hope you guys are ready for them. And again, join the Discord group below if you want to be prepared for them. Now, let's take a little quick turn. Let's talk about not necessarily online. Let's talk about what you can do when you're in store. Well, as I mentioned earlier, there's plenty of items that you can get in store. Like almost all these were copped in store. So if you're willing and able to want to go out there to the stores, there's a lot less people out there. And there's a lot of items that are available for copying. And one thing that we do cover in the group, and we haven't really started to get too much into it, but we will get into it soon, is this site that we actually use to find items. This site will tell you the inventory of any particular item. And we actually have a programmer that is working on perfecting this site even better, where it will tell you the exact aisle and location of the actual product. Now, Kevin, I know you haven't done a lot of copying in store yourself, but how excited are you after having seen some of the tools that he's actually working on?
Yeah, I think BrickSeek is just such a, I mean, once shelter in place is kind of lifted, BrickSeek is just such an amazing platform. Our dev guy is doing a really good job and sort of like getting it more accurate and just taking it to the next level. Like if you think back, like earlier this week in the Discord group, I actually posted a BrickSeek find. It was a 55-inch flat screen TV for $45. So think about those are insane prices, right? And again, it's just crawling through BrickSeek. So this is definitely one of the things that you can do to make a good profit.
Yeah, and there's a couple annoying things about BrickSeek, but as Kevin mentioned, our developer is working on fixing those to be able to zero in the exact location of a product, which is pretty darn exciting because I've been the guinea pig for most of this, which is not surprising. I'm usually the guinea pig on most things. And I've been having to go out every single Friday to hit the road to look for this stuff and then come back and give him intel as to what I found, what was bad, what was good. And then he's been developing this way to be able to scrape Walmart and be able to tell us the exact aisle that these actual products are in. So that's quite exciting because that's going to save me a lot of time. I'm not going to have to run through Walmart and hang out. Like, as Kevin mentioned, Kevin's afraid to go to Walmart. He doesn't like going to Walmart. He's used to these places like he shopped at Target, those Californians shopping at Target, while the rest of the world, we shop at Walmart. So, he's just not having it. So I'm the guinea pig. I'm the one that has to go out there and get my hands dirty at Walmart. I know. Let's see what the rest of the people in here feel about Walmart, Kevin. Let's see. We got some people from Colorado. How did you know about the graphic card? Jackie, I know because I have a very good friend who is a diehard graphics card person. He still hasn't even been able to get the graphics card that he's wanted. Like, I've been trying to cop it from him. Every time I tell him, like, dude, there's a PS5, there's PS5 here, there's Newegg here, there's a graphics card, he misses it. He's slow as molasses. Hopefully he's not on this, but Kevin, would you agree that he is slow as molasses?
Absolutely. He always seems to be working on his car.
Yeah, he's the snail. He's always working on his car. So I'm like, dude, I told you when to cop the damn graphics card. You didn't show up. So, all right, let's see what else we got here. We got only a couple more things, and then we will take some questions if there is any. But again, look out for those PlayStation 5 accessories. They're going to be pretty much fire as well. The last thing that I wanted to talk about is top cops of the week. Kevin, anybody that's out there too, feel free to join in. Remember, more interaction we see from people, especially on the Discord group, you will get a free month. And again, the opportunity to be on the leaderboard in subsequent months, so you can continue to get a free Discord membership in perpetuity if you're out there copying and making some money with this. But Kevin, let's talk about what your top cops are. And I'm kind of like looking around my actual apartment because I had to have my assistant Big Rob come by today and pick up, because it's a mess. There's boxes everywhere. There's Mario Circuit car things and Thrustmasters and Snoopy DVDs. It's pretty crazy. But Kevin, what were some of your top cops this week?
Yeah, I would say my top cops this week has to be the 10 heaters. I mean, I just loaded up on them. I know they're going to sell. California, especially in my area, it's been a little bit hotter this week, but once that temperature starts dipping, right, it's over. Like, those are going to be the hottest items really on the online or just even locally for people to buy, and they're going to be sold out for sure. I would say other than that, I bought one Charlie Brown DVD after seeing you buy 20. I didn't want to get FOMO there. Yeah, I mean, I always continue to buy weights, Bowflexes, Power Blocks, those adjustable dumbbell weights. They're always going to sell. I think it could sell roughly about at least one a week. So if you think about that, that's $400 right there in a month. That's
yeah. Yes, so you've got us. We actually, thanks to Kevin, we kind of came up with a brand new business model. So if you guys are in an area of the United States that is cold, like I'm in Miami, so I'm screwed. There's no way we're going to need those heaters anytime soon. Like, it's 7 a.m. when I walk to the gym every morning, and it's 80 degrees. And right now it's 80 degrees. So we're never going to see the heat. I mean, the cold. So for me, it's not a good opportunity. But Kevin is selling 2 to 4 a week. So now he's loading up on 9. And what we came up with is a system. If you're in a tropical area and you cannot sell them, well, we're shipping them to people in other cities and then splitting with them the difference. So you can do this no matter where you are. You just have to have the ingenuity to come up with a plan in order to sell them. But let's talk about my top cops for the week. I copped 24 packs of these things on Walmart.com, and they're tiny. Like, I imagined, they just don't make baseball cards like they used to back in the day. Like, Kevin, I mean, you're a puppy. As you said, you waited your whole life for the Dodgers, the whole 12 years for the Dodgers to win the World Series. You're just a puppy dog. But these are not booster boxes. These were labeled as booster boxes on Walmart, and when I got them, I was like, where's the beef, right? Where's the rest of them? But I did cop 24 of these babies, and they sell for about $40 each. So I'm getting $40 for each of these. And then the crown jewel, the 22 Peanuts DVDs, which right now are selling anywhere between $75 and $100 on eBay. And I will continue to cop those things until the end of time. And let me just explain to you guys why they're so hot. Because you might be saying, like, Liz, that's just Snoopy. Like, what the hell? Like, Snoopy's been around since way before Kevin's parents were even born. I mean, we know Kevin's 12 already, but his parents way before that, right? Why Snoopy? Well, word has it that Snoopy kind of just cut out the digital rights to their actual videos, and nobody has the digital rights. Nobody's allowed. So the only way that you can actually get these classics now are on DVD, on Blu-ray, and the brand new like 4K UHD version. So there's no Snoopy on Apple. There's no Snoopy on Netflix. There's no Snoopy on any one of those channels that they have nowadays. All that Snoopy can be seen on is DVD, Blu-ray, and 4K UHD. Snoopy and Company and Peanuts and whoever the guy that makes them is all old-fashioned. So any Snoopy DVDs out there are pretty much becoming collectible. If you guys don't believe me, check eBay yourself to see how much these things sell for. In fact, let's just go over there to eBay before we just take some questions here, and then we call it a day, right? Not to be confused with eGay, it's eBay. So here we go. Let's see what we find. Peanuts, holiday, and we'll just look for the DVD. And you can see $67.95, $79.95, $87, $70, $80. So you want to look at these that are in this guy's selling it way too cheap, but last one. You see they're selling out $79, $67, $70, $72, and these prices are steadily going to go up. This is $89.99. So do not be afraid if you're copying these to hold out for a higher price. We're just at the beginning of Q4. So as soon as these guys sell these, and we're not even at the buying frenzy yet. If you're holding out for the 80, if you're holding out for the 90 or the 100, you will get it. But anything to add on that, Kevin, before we go and jump in here, see if we got any questions?
No, I think that's a really good summary of just kind of everything we bought. I would say, obviously stay on the lookout for any flip announcements that we have in the Discord group. Make sure that your notification settings are right for those of you who are already in the group. There's going to be a lot of fire stuff releasing this in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, fantastic. So let's see. Let's hit the questions, see if anybody's saying anything. Let's try to get those DVDs, but they weren't available within 250 miles. Yeah, Jackie, this is one of those instances where I talked about earlier where I just kept checking and checking almost maniacally every single hour of the day. I would even tell Kevin, like, oh my God, I just looked at these things and I got more. So don't give up. Look them up on BrickSeek. They're on BrickSeek. Look them up on Best Buy every couple days because they'll always get shipments. But I have added the actual alert to these on the Amazon channel. And as soon as we get the Best Buy ones and those up, I'll add the alert for these also. But my guess is they're going to be periodically restocking these just like they restock any other product. So that's not your last chance to cop them. You're going to have several other chances. And guess what? There's going to be several other products. Like this is just the beginning. We're not even in the big buying frenzy. I've seen a lot of deals that are like right now dead. It's kind of been silent, but it's the silence before the storm, which is I'm super excited about. I got my credit card ready to go. I'm ready to just go nuts and start charging up a storm. So that's the kind of rant I want to say. Give up. There's still plenty of time to get plenty of stuff. Let's see any other questions before we duck out here. I think I got all the other questions. Kevin, any last words from you before we say good night here and we let people get out there and cop some stuff?
Yeah, I think that's it. I think the group is really coming together. I think there's a lot of good stuff in the coming weeks that are going to fire off. And just be prepared because it's going to be an avalanche of sort of copying opportunities.
Right. And C. Kane says, quiet before the storm. I hear that. Right. Jackie says, so are you going to list them on eBay or Amazon? They're already on eBay. So I'm selling these on eBay. I'm not going to mess with Amazon with this. They are on Amazon, and I think they're on Amazon for $98.95, something to that nature. So they are the same. There's a couple different versions. So like this is I'll tell you which one's the cop. This is the Peanuts Holiday Anniversary version. This is 3 remastered things. It's the DVD version. There is also a Blu-ray and a 4K UHD. Here is the Blu-ray right here. So Blu-ray as well. This is the Blu-ray version. That one is a cop also. Here is another Blu-ray. And then there's a couple that are kind of like sleeper ones. And I'll talk about what those are. Here's one of them. It's the Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown. These are only going for about 40, but they're like $10. So this one is I found inside of Best Buy, which is a curbside pickup. This is the same one. But I also saw them in Walmart the week before, and I didn't pick them up because I was looking for these. But if I had known what I knew today, then I would have certainly picked them up. And then lastly, there is a Thanksgiving one, which is also doing exceptionally well. And I'll scroll back in here, show you. I put pictures of each of them that are doing very well. I saw this one in Walmart. I passed on it because I was specifically looking for this one. So the other one is, let's see, this is the Thanksgiving one. Sometimes this Thanksgiving one will be in kind of like a Thanksgiving color. It'll be like in a khaki brown color, the back will be. And so this is in Brickseek. If I was to check the inventory in my area, which is 33131, you just wait a little while and then they pop on down here. So right now you can see they had a restock here. So what I'm going to do is I'm instead going to use like one of the things that we're going to be releasing at some point as part of this whole program is the bot that I was talking about, where we can go and figure out what aisle these are in, so that when you go to Walmart, instead of just knowing like, oh, you know, and these DVDs should be easy to find, right? Because they should be in the DVD section, like duh, right? But there's other products that I've seen that are very profitable, like refrigerators with Coca-Cola and Mountain Dew and Dr. Pepper, and it doesn't say what aisle. So when you go in the store, you're like lost, and the employees, sometimes they don't know anything. But with this bot, it'll literally tell you located at Miami Central, aisle A, row 23. And so you'll know exactly where to go to locate the item, which is pretty sick. Like Brickseek doesn't even have that. So we're not having to hunt that shit down, which is great. All right, let's see if we have any other questions, Kevin. Let's see. Will there be a replay? Absolutely, Jog. The replay will be, YouTube will process the replay and it'll pop up hopefully within 1 or 2 hours. Since it's been an hour long, it might take a couple more hours longer than that. But I will also mail it out if you're on my email list, just in case you missed this, because I don't want any of you to miss out on the easiest opportunity that I've seen out there in all my career in reselling. I used to have to drive around in a pickup truck all over Texas just to find shit like this, guys and girls, and then hope and pray that the stores that I would go into would have a good opportunity that I had to stand there and scan for hours and hours on end. Now, this is taking it to a whole new level and almost using steroids on this method. So all day long, Kevin and I are calling out things that we see, giving you guys the opportunity to get in on this. Like, I don't know if anybody won any of these sneakers, but I heard a couple of people talking about the fact that they did. But again, Kevin won some a few weeks back, and it wasn't these off-white ones. But do not miss out on the mocha one, which will be on Saturday. So you're welcome, Joggy. So awesome, amazing. Kevin, you gave your last words, so I'll give my last words. If you're not in the group, get in the group. I will put the link below once the video goes live, which should be in a couple hours. It just depends on how long it takes YouTube to process it. But get in the group, get active, start posting your successes, start talking in the chat. And guess what? You're going to get rewarded. You're going to get some free. You're going to get starting with 1 free month. And if you continue that interactivity, if you continue helping other members, and if you continue copying and having success, then the sky's the limits. You might just have a free membership all year long as you participate, as long as you're out there copying. That's what I would do.
Awesome.
Amazing. All right, Kevin. Well, Kevin, you have a fantastic night. Get out there, sell some heaters. Show them that kids can do this too, Kevin.
Absolutely. Thanks, guys, for sticking around, and we'll chat with you guys next week.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Have a great evening. Bye-bye.